Hey everybody, Flash Notion here, back for another reaction to Konosuba! And we're on episode 3, and last time we got introduced to Megumin, and very briefly got introduced to Darkness. And I'm expecting a much more complete introduction to her in this episode. I believe panties were also promised. Yeah, not really sure what else to say. There was no indication of what adventure or quest they would go on in the next episode. So, yeah, let's just get into it. I mean, this is a very comedy-focused series without much in the way of, like, talking points, really, other than how well the comedy landed. So, yeah. As I switch over here, I do notice a weird tower in the background. I wonder what that is. It looks like it's for announcements or something. Weirdly technological looking for this world. But, yeah. We will actually begin our episode here in 3, 2, 1, and play. So that took a little bit longer to look up than what I was expecting, but I finally found the voice of the thief from this episode, and her resume, and at least a couple of roles that I kind of recognize her from, but, like, honestly, nothing, like, super huge. Like, yeah, she was in a few things that I do recognize, but I don't know why her voice sounded so familiar, because all of her parts so far have been bit roles. With the exception, possibly, of this one video game thing that my friend plays that I might have heard her in, but, like, even then I barely paid attention to it. Anyways, so yeah, the thief girl was kind of cool. She looked a lot like Sinon from Sword Art Online, but you know, I'm just gonna call her Rip-Off Sinon for right now, because she's nowhere near as interesting. And yeah, Darkness. I was mistaken. It's happened before, but I thought that her obsession with like, what's the right term? Pain and destruction. I thought it was from the other side. I thought she was a sadist. No, she's a masochist. You know, I wondered about that, but, like, I thought I was wrong because it's too similar to another isekai there. My friend made me watch it. Arofuerte, I think is how it's pronounced. Yeah, whatever. That one had a masochistic character as well. But I guess Darkness is probably the one that came first. No, it's weird. It is super fucking weird. I don't like it. But frankly, the cabbage thing is way weirder, and I just what? Like, it would be one thing if these cabbages were seen as a nuisance or whatever. I could accept that. The fact that they're actually out here causing damage is just... why? Like, yeah, if I chuck a cabbage at somebody, it's gonna hurt, but it shouldn't fucking break their armor or tear up their clothes or anything like that. That's that's just dumb. That's just super fucking dumb. Uh, but honestly, knowing that knowing that Darkness's voice actress also plays Robin Hill on Ruby, or at least she did. I don't know how that's all going down right now, but no, like picturing picturing those same kind of lines coming out of Robin's mouth instead is just that provides honestly way more humor to me than the actual masochist stuff. Like the contrast between the roles is so over the top it cannot be overstated. So yeah, that's amazing. But honestly, actually, like honestly, the masochistic thing is already starting to wear a little thin. Right now, it's still kind of a shock whenever she comes out and says it. So like, I I guess there's still some humor to be had there, but frankly, I can picture it getting annoying if they overplay it too much in the next couple episodes. So hopefully they tone it down. Uh, Aqua was technically still useless in this episode, but they demonstrated that, like, yeah, party trick or not, her abilities do indeed have some uses as a support class, which I keep saying that's exactly where she belongs. That's where, like, honestly, both her and Megumin are they're squishy wizard types, um, and Crusader does indeed sound like more of a tanky type. Um, like they should be able to fight, they should be able to attack, but I feel like her equipment should be more of a shield than a sword. But this is just me. Um, I mean, they all, yeah, like yeah, I would picture a knight as being the one who has a sword. A crusader I would picture as having a shield. Um, so the fact that she doesn't have a shield is, it makes sense for her character, but like for her class, it doesn't. um, but Cosma himself is going the thief route, huh? That well, thief is like a subset of the rogue archetype, and I guess that makes sense. Rogues are mid-range fighters. They can go closer, they can go longer, but mid-range is usually where they want to stay, and they're usually one for like sneak attacks, sniping, stuff like that. I guess it could work. What their party really lacks is a DPS, somebody who can actually go in and attack and consistently deal damage. Because like you have a long range fighter with Megumin, you have a support class uh with Aqua, and you have a tank and aggro drawer with Darkness. What you really need is somebody who can dish out consistent damage, um, from more of a mid range or up close. So like that should be what Kazuma's role is. And the others really should lean into the stuff I just mentioned if we're talking about being an effective fighting party. How effective they end up being, I don't know, obviously. This being more of a comedic series, I would expect them to fail a certain amount, but we'll see. Still have not introduced any grander scale lore or anything like that. I mean, they talk about Megumin being a red devil or demon or whatever, who are apparently oppressed or overlooked even by the Demon King. I don't know what's going on there, but sure. Um, yeah, the Devil King, as he's called, is so far not impressing me in terms of like the impact he's having on this world. They've addressed it; it's the furthest away, but like, come on, you gotta do a little bit more. Um, yeah, frankly, I think it's usually better to have to get all the setup for your characters out of the way within like the first two episodes or so. Um, I mean, granted, if you have a large ensemble cast, like say My Hero Academia does, you can usually go a few more episodes to introduce them, and like you can even continue introducing characters or explaining stuff about them way later on. But when you have a relatively small core cast, getting the introductions out of the way quickly, especially when you have a limited episode count, it's very important. You need to set everything up relatively quickly and then move on to the actual story. But now that I've said that, I actually might be looking at that the wrong way. With this being more of a character comedy type series, like, maybe it is better for them to take a while. I was thinking plot, but the plot's kind of taking a back seat. Hmm. That, No, I think it's good that I realized that now, actually, because now I can stop harping on it. So from that perspective, actually, yeah, no, they're certainly taking the time. Aqua, her very first introduction aside, she's endearing herself to me a lot more than the others have. Um, Megumin, like, I guess she's cute, like design wise, but like character wise, she's very clingy, very very weird. She does at times seem more like the sadist that I was expecting Darkness to be. Um, I don't know what is going on with her obsession with explosion. Frankly, I hope they don't take the route of giving her a tragic explanation for that. I just want her to be a weirdo. But they could totally do that. Yeah. As it is now, Megumin is still someone that I would not want to be within. Definitely not within arm's reach of me. I might even insist on like a meter gap at least between us. Maybe more. Maybe stay 5 feet away at least. Um, like make sure I'm not like in the range of where you're casting your spell, but also like don't be too darn close to me because you're fucking weird. With darkness, 10 foot pole. No, get out of here. Go away. um, because again, the gag with the whole masochist thing, it's wearing thin. It really is. Um, like I just there has to be more to her personality than just that. And so far there isn't. Like there does seem to be a certain amount of like determination and loyalty there, but they haven't expanded on it any. Um, so we'll see where that goes, if anywhere. For right now, though, I just no, I'm not. I have not fully accepted darkness yet either. Um, I am curious, aside from the humiliation, why the thief girl doesn't join up. But I mean, I guess it just could be as simple as like she wanted to help Cosma out, and now she's on her way somewhere else. Just passing through kind of thing. But yeah, yeah, it's definitely a fun episode, but also pretty ridiculous and not necessarily in the best of ways. I think I preferred episode 2 a little bit, but yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. But I think that's going to be it for this time. I think I need a bit of a break, so I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, and until then, bye bye.